Retro, are you okay? Yeah, just 4th of July. Fu is not really my best friend. Sorry if anyone's wondering if my reviews that I'm gonna do coming up is gonna make me sick or anything. No, I just 4th of July wasn't my best friend yesterday. It's just how it was. So yeah, hey, I'm Retrokid Reviews. Still kind of under the weather, and I'll be back in a minute with updates and a double review on, I think, is it?
Yeah. Richard, it's on camera.
Yeah, Kamen Amazons. Thank you, Bob. And one more surprising figure art related thing. Yeah, be back in a minute. No, seriously, I could barely tease this. Okay, so oh yeah, I'm hang on a sec. So yeah, I'm gonna be out of armor for a bit for these brief updates. To make a long story short, why are you seeing this piece of paper here? It's basically concept art for a Kamen Rider themed D&D RPG stream that I made in the RVT live stream chats. Long story short, my Kamen Rider name is Gunzone. My powers are pretty simple. Basic gun attacks, basic rider kicks. To I think the current storyline that I was with my raid group the other night is that we got legendary powers and got kidnapped by, kid you not, Nazis. Yeah, so this concept art's pretty much explaining a little bit of what my guy can do. I'm gonna try to sell it Wednesday on the stream, hopefully. If not, I'll just work over what I got from last week. Pretty much, I guess, what any D&D group does, so work with what you got. Anyway, I went to New York, Times Square. I am in New York. I went to Manhattan, basically, to go to Midtown Comics to see one particular awesome SOB, Austin Trench. And, we went to Midtown Comics, we hanged out, we had a good day. Austin Frank from our Skype call groups came as well. We did what we could, almost got our asses handed by a bus. Not really much of a story there, it's kind of just Manhattan traffic being a bitch tease sometimes. Anyway, what you're seeing here is obviously the Kyle Higgins Boom Studios Power Rangers. That's issue 4 with a variant cover of Black Ranger. Again, nothing special in the bag other than it's still in the Green Ranger arc. I guess a reimagining of it, who knows, until the 2017 movie. This particular one, I was actually the most surprised that this was a good miniseries. It's obviously related to the Pink Ranger, I guess the Gen 1 Pink Ranger before obvious ones later on down the road in My Morphin. This is basically about, it's her life after season, I would assume 2 or 3. They made her lose her powers, and it's a good read. I would pick it up if I was you. Again, same company, Boom Studios. Higgins is involved with this one. I think the main guy's Fletcher. To them, to basically this entire group, you know Power Rangers, you know how to write it, and can you do Kamen Rider? I'm just saying, a Kamen Rider themed comic book would actually be pretty sweet right about now. So yeah, let me get back to work. A very sickly henshin. Ow. Let's again, my apologies if I still sound raspy with my voice or sickly throughout this entire review of the final episodes of Kamen Rider Amazons. I'm mainly going to focus on, I would assume, the final episode, yes, and 12. And not to say that there were some badass episodes throughout the series. There was throughout season 1. There was basically a mid-card kind of Kaijin, or I'm going to call them Amazon Kaijin now because of now seeing the series. That basically her whole plan was to like have like her apartment break down and bring guys into for her to eat, kind of like a delivery service, which was kind of a funny approach. But the hype that following episode is that the SWAT team was pretty much surrounded by them. And if you also remembered my last time I reviewed Kamen Amazons, I got the names mixed up. The green Amazon is Omega, and he came in and basically did, I guess, the closest to a tokusatsu equivalent of, oh, I don't know how to put this, a Daredevil hallway fight. It was damn near close. It wasn't even funny. I guess for the mom of Omega, it's basically pretty close to having like Orphan Black kind of like storylines. Again, if you want to watch those that subsection side story. Bear in mind I'm still sick, and if I mispronounce more than usual, it's basically the food talking, not me. Sorry. But believe me, Amazons was indeed a really good, strong couple episodes. They had a serial killer Amazon that they found, basically helping out people who haven't awakened into their monster form yet, and basically like humanely eat humans, kind of like cannibalistically, because that's another like trade bag with Amazons. If you consume a human, you're pretty much gone feral, you gone apeshit, you don't know what you're doing, you're gone, all that kind of stuff. So basically during that whole mist of kicking that guy's ass, Omega here was actually being nice to them. He was understanding their story, understanding why they do it. And sometimes, I guess, eating humans is kind of a need instead of a want, like you would with normal foods for that. I don't know how this works. There was a lot of metaphors, but basically he won't do it or pull the trigger unless it's like somebody he knows is not going to be a cool dude with him. Which, again, in like a Amazon comrade kind of sense, I get, yeah, even for like the old school Amazon. There's a pic of him somewhere. No, there is not. I bet he had to make some judgment calls, you know, just to take down mid-card guys in Die Shocker, or wherever that version of Shocker was called back in the 70s. But, again, what do I know? Alpha, the red guy, yeah, turns out he had a really fun time trying to work together with the strike team too. Like, vicariously, he's not really after them. He still needs to spy on their gear. He needs to spy on their emails, the comms, a lot of their security devices to make sure, like, okay, so that's where my next hunt's gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy. And again, that's probably been Alpha's day-to-day operations the last 3 years before this series began. So, again, it makes some sense. Now let's talk about the third guy. Oh, boy. That episode, I hate to say it, was pretty much by the numbers amazing. Because normally, when you get, like, standalone, like, one-and-done kind of anti-writers like this guy, really blanking on his name, my apologies, it's Sigma, yeah. For Sigma, it was a shock to the system for pretty much the entire strike team. They had no idea that he was coming back, and just a big holy shit all around. And then they went at it. They said, okay, he's still vermin, he's still in the company, but we're still gonna kick his ass regardless of the 5 moves, and they did it. Also, the youngest kid in the freaking strike team that can turn into an Amazon like the other like Omega, but in monster form status, not in like Kamara status. During the whole episode of him eating, not eating, he ate a burger from the serial killer joint that was eating humans, and he didn't know it was still had humans in there, so that's kind of where we lead full circle back to the last couple of episodes. And also, man, I want to take a minute and say that these writers' suit designs are very well crafted, and it's Toei, it makes sense, but just the cinematography to keep it in its gritty kind of aspects and not like underutilize the grit is just kind of good at the same time. Oh, another thing I might as well say before I don't know, I get a chance to talk about season 2 if it ever shows up on subs, is the writers' bikes and like their powers. It's basic stuff that didn't get like a secondary henshins or anything. They didn't get another form. None of them did. If you want to sell a show era type of series to a casual, I would kind of go with Amazon's, surprisingly. Like, they have basic weapons, they have basic vehicles, they have a basic story to follow. It's not overcrowded, but I'll get to that to my overalls. For episodes 12 and 13, throughout the whole series, actually, they've been talking about something called Project T-Lock. T-Lock is basically the company's big whole, screw you, we're just gonna, like, murder everything with drones and just see what we can do from there. And, well, for starters, one, I can't believe I pronounced it correctly. Yay! Buchan barely helps. T-Lock did get executed during episodes 12 and 13, and it was just a shit show. Everything was going apeshit. The squad was going insane, trying to find and everything just went crazy. I'm low on batteries, so I'm gonna switch the batteries and be back with overalls. So yeah, I'm back. Sorry for the battery update, but whatever. Basically, when it comes to the shit show, when it comes to the strike team, it was just a mess, and all episode 13, the final episode, was basically try to find him, get him out of T-Lock. Same with Omega. But where was Alpha in all this? Dude was just happy as all hell with his big ol' extermination, because all series he was kind of hyping and planting the seeds of him doing one big rampage raid over anybody who's in that T-Lock kind of mist. Sorry for moving around. Gotta get ready for the next thing. And he was just hyping, and he was just giddy with joy at the end of episode 12, just doing his rampage finally, and telling his wife to finally have that vacation that they always wanted to go to without him. It's just heartbreaking and insane to finally see a writer like that just mentally lose his mind and just enjoy that much kill that fast. It's just insane. So when you get to episode 3, when Omega, the final episode, when Omega and Jin, they basically, Alpha's a non-writer name, they square off. It's deep, like the heavy fighting, heavy brawling, like through and through. Like, I'm almost pretty sure that's a clip from the final episode. If so, spoilers. It was just insane. Like, it was in the beach, they had their final henshin against each other, and it was just freaking gorgeous. I'm not even gonna lie. Where was Omega during all that? He was still saving people from the serial killer shit show from the previous episodes. He found out that they were still alive. It's like, okay, there's still more people that didn't turn to Amazons, and T-Lock is gonna kill them all. I might as well get him to refugee status. And in part, T-Lock worked and didn't work. Like, it got a big threshold of Amazons out of the game. It didn't really get, like, any of the survivors. Like, that's basically what Omega pretty much found a lot of survivors, and it was just insane. Also, the big, like, supposed to be, like, oh, you should have saw that, you didn't see that coming moment. I kind of did. His pseudo-stepmom turned out to be his biological mom, because of experimentation and all that, and she might have addressed it in early episodes with privateer people, like private people in the company, not probably her main boss. Who, and again, if you're going a shocker mentality, that would be the main boss. I don't know, but who knows? Maybe season 2 will probably flesh out that explanation a little bit better. Now, talking about season 2, the big wish list is, how about other writers? Can we get, like, I don't know, a new use for Sigma? Could the young kid in the strike team come back, like, and redeem himself as Sigma, or is he too far gone? You know, things like that, because he's still alive, and he didn't go apeshit, he didn't go insane, he did eat a human burger, he didn't go to the point of eating humans, he's controlling his rage, kind of like what Omega would, I want to say. why not make him Kamen Rider Sigma for season 2 of Amazons? That would be kind of cool. I'm probably gonna have more wish lists if they ever do show up, if a trailer ever shows up for season 2 of Amazons. Let's just get to overalls. For Amazons, it was a pretty cool, no kidding aside, show that just knew, yeah, we're gonna try to be like the first and the next. Yeah, we're gonna be another reimagining of a show or a series. We've been there, done that so many times, and it fell on our asses. But we did what we could. We have an Amazon budget, and apparently the stars aligned and finally got them a chance to just tell a good story. Now, normally, I would make this double review be about Goro, but as my last video on Amazon's, card to that, if I haven't already said that. No, there's a new reason why I'm not gonna do the series finale of Makai Risen. It is a good episode 12 for that. It was actually awesome. I'm not gonna deny that in any way, shape, or form. If you're seeing this, you know I really want to wait for the New Japan special because, oh dear God, that just looks awesome and hilarious on paper to watch. Because I really, sorry for the puking, really wanna see it. So coming up is a s.h.figuarts review, hopefully, on Kamen Rider Gaim. Yeah, all we need is Gaim. And welcome back to the final part of my double review on Kamen Rider Amazons and this. The s.h.figuarts Kamen Rider Gaim Orange Arms, basically the main form. Let's look at the box first when it comes to the customary greetings with s.h.figuarts. Tamashii Nations, thank you very much. It was $35 where I got it at Image Anime, if my camera isn't that blurry. Let me just... Yep, I'm finally figured out my zooms again, so that's really good. So I will zoom and show you that s.h.figuarts is the new standard for standard figure series that incorporates anti-action figure art and yeah, the usual blurs. Toei company logo, made in China, when the show was new. And I'm going to give you a card to Evangelist's review on this, and while I'm looking at the back, because he mentioned a lot about the lock seeds and not to be a hero with the standard issue one, which again, I kind of sort of makes some sense. But I'm a brave man. I may be sick, but I did it anyway. So yeah, the gunblade and the main orange blade hands look great. I really forgot the names for the weapons. I know that's the damn it, standard driver, not the energy rider drivers. It's been a while since I reviewed something gun related since the show came out, so my apologies if I mispronounced any of the weapons that you see here. RX subtitles budgeting aside, this is a detailed figure. I've opened it up. I've opened up the joints. I've opened up the ligaments of the figure. Head articulation is not bad. Let's get to what he looks like. Here he is, and let me get some light on him. Oh, a beautiful God status on him. Anyway, he's already has his gripping hands for the weapons, the gunblade itself. Again, my dearest apologies. Put the name of this weapon in the comments down below. It's heavily represented. It's detailed. It's accurate. Like, again, straight out of the show while the show was airing, which is the main story for this particular figure. Movement first. Double jointed. I'll get to the holster in a minute. Double jointed knees, ankle pivot, and I think, hang on, toe joint for I assume movement and step up action. The holster here was supposed to be a sheathing area for said gunblade, but due to my human error, I thought it was snappable so I can like plug them together, but no, it turns out you have to leave it just like that and go under this little webbing of the sheet. My apologies if you don't see it in my camera and the lighting, but trust me, where my thumb is pointing is the sheeting area for the weapon itself. The Sengoku driver, oh, now I got the name, looks really good. I heavily, like Vangelis would say, recommend that you put the blade up against the lock seed. Normally that would mean he's going for an EX charge or charging up his weapons or charging up a form, if you remember the series. But the reason why you would leave the knife part of the belt is that oh, now you don't want to do it, but trust me when I say this, sometimes the orange lock seed, basically his main form lock seed, can potentially pop out, but it's not too finicky. As long as you know where it is, you could snap it back in just fine. So I'll demonstrate how to do the holster. And this is the part where Evangelist says, don't be a hero. Don't leave it in the box. I ain't leaving it in the box. It's my toy. Plugs out just like that. Again, pretty much anywhere you want to put, I assume, future Lockseed accessories, if there was any in this review. I'm just going to leave the holster over there because that is just going to be annoying some throughout this entire review. And if my camera can't focus it, that probably means it's that small. So reattaching the lock seat is, again, very simple and very intuitive. You could kind of put it in the rider's weapons and belts like you would in their DX releases. I don't know if I can when it comes to the non-closed orange lock seat. But in my particular case, I'm going to pretend this is, I don't know, the ultimate form, because, no, I can't do that. The ultimate form wasn't that bad. But on the second to last one with the DJ gun, I want to say it's that one, because that was a sweet second to last form, because I still like it even like 3 years later. Alright, back on movement, the shoulder pads have a very uniformed kind of movement. Is not getting in the way of anything I'm not expecting it to do for my sword slashing for Gaim himself. And let's get to the hand option part. Well, movement's still pretty good. The orange blade sword, my dearest apologies again for not remembering this particular weapon, same with the gun blade, but it has the translucent plastic through here. Very crest casting orange for the edge of the blade, yes. Sheath is pretty good, and just like in the show, I'm gonna give me a whole minute with this. You can indeed plug. Oh boy, sorry for him laying down, but probably the wrong way. Hang on. My apologies for the wait. There we go. Again, like in the show, they can both combine and become a big, I think, staff attack, blade action kind of thing, which I believe is what it kind of looked like if I remember the show correctly. So yeah, it's a good figure. There's really no denying it. Oh, and there's a chest piece for the armor so that you can rotate and move him a little better if he's blocked in any certain angle. Let me see if I can do it. I cannot do it. But believe me, that flap does kind of move a little, so you can move him around. Head articulation is standard figuarts articulation, very natural, and despite the armor that is obviously going to be in Gaim's case, I'm not really losing anything in the head motion. It's not that bad. So I'll be right back with the hand options and my overalls with this figure. So yeah, see you in 1 minute. I said 1 minute. And here we are again for the final piece. I know I look like I just got defeated by him, but believe me, this is the last thing for the review. The hand options. We have splayed hands right here for, I assume, a come at me kind of stance with either sword in the other hand. Fist hands that obviously will come with in packaged with the figure, there will be certain things, hands around here for, again, more gripping motion for the weapons, and more in particular, I think this particular hand option. Oh boy. Is to hold the, I assume, orange lock seat. So let me get that out of its way so we can make it hold it and be curious about his existence, I assume. Nope, don't know if I could do it. Oh boy. But trust me, it is a certain thing's hands, like being confused or curious, or what is he gonna do with a driver's stance, I guess, or something. When it comes to Gaim, I don't know how it's gonna pull off with the lock seed. I don't know. But believe me, if you can pull off that kind of motion for the hand, more power to you. My overall with the figure, sorry that he's been on the floor the majority of this review, sorry for that. Aside from that, waist articulation is not bad. Not full 360, but again, it's Figuarts, you don't really want to anyway. He is pretty much the must-buy of any Gaim fans' first priority list. Like neck down, he is Gaim, he is Coda, he is not Coda. He is basically the character of the show. He is the title character. He is the Armored Rider. I know I'm botching all over the place here, but final rating, if ever rated now, s.h.figuarts, he is a perfect 10 on show accuracy. He's a 6 for casuals. So overall a 7. Basically, he's great. Not that many loose joints or anything tight later down the road. If any of my subscribers is personal friends with me on Facebook, Trench, I'm looking at you, and that new entertainment man, whoever the hell he is. Hey buddy, how you doing? And I'm acknowledging you on this. Be prepared to see more photos of him on my personal Facebook, going up against, I don't know, any writer as like a Showa versus Heisei kind of thing, or who knows. So yeah, that's my double review. Sorry it's been a little expansive, but yeah, that's my double review of Kamen Amazons, the final episodes. My updates with my personal life, nothing really serious going on, trust me. And the big one, Kamen Rider Gaim, s.h.figuarts. Thank you all for sticking out to this video. Seriously, you're kind of awesome if you did. And until I get better, see you next time. And this is his stage now. Later.
Retro, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, Bob. I'm gonna be.
Oh, dude, chill.
So, this is my stage now, right?
Yeah, I guess. Retro.
Who are you?
I'm Bob. I'm new. I'm a veteran camera guy at the channel. And what are you doing here? Like early and stuff.
It's my stage. Is he Overlord or not? No, I'm not. This is gonna get serious, guys. Like and subscribe on Retrokid Reviews, and we by ourselves have a good old-fashioned fight here. Yeah, looks like it. Are you gonna go? You gonna go?